Lolly ho internet, this is the Orpig coming to you. Today I wanted to do a video about fat people or big people being their own biggest critic. Okay, when you're overweight, and I know because I was as a kid and I was as an adult, you don't need people to fat shame you or point out that you're big or, oh geez, you're gonna eat all that. Like, you know you're overweight. I mean, we see the same thing that you see. In fact, we see it worse because we see, like my other video, when we're not wearing loose clothes and trying to cover it up and everything, okay? We see ourselves fully exposed as God made us, and we know what we look like, and that's why we cover up. It's really bad, like when you have to buy food. I do anything for my family, and of course my kids, my wife, whoever will always be like, if you're going to the store, or would you go out and get me some ice cream, get me some cookies? And I'm always conscious of what the person checking me out is thinking, at the checkout counter. It's like, here I am, a 500-pound fat guy, and I'm buying cookies and ice cream and whipped cream and chocolate topping and ice cream cones and all these sugary sweets and candies and stuff, right? And it's like, oh geez, you really got this under control, don't you? I understand where you're at, and that's what I'm thinking that they're thinking. Okay, so I know what you know, what you think I know that you, yeah, that's how it is. Okay, and they know how you're thinking, and the same thing goes when you eat out. A lot of times I would go to eat out, and here I am, not dieting, haven't been doing anything for my weight or whatever, and I'll go to a restaurant and I'll order something on the light menu, right? Something that's 500 calories or less, knowing full well that eating this one little meal is not going to do anything. But I'm worried about the person's perception of me being this big, giant, heavy, fat guy. And maybe now I'll start it at this meal. No, it doesn't happen, because right after that we usually go out, to ice cream or buy candy at the store again. But, you're so worried about other people's perception of you that you're more concerned about it than they are. I mean, all they are doing is just trying to do their job, whatever that may be. And they probably could care less about you. I don't know. I guess it depends on the type of day they're having. But, I think it's good to know whether you are overweight and you're that person buying the stuff, or you're not and you're serving that person, whether in a capacity of a restaurant or at a grocery store or something. Like, they know what they're doing, and hopefully you're not judging them, because trust me, the person on the other end that you're looking at is judging themselves 10 times harder than you are. The other thing that we do that's really bad as overweight is that we eat in private. Okay, it's almost like if no one else sees me eat bad, it doesn't happen. So I would constantly be in the living room, and when nobody was there, I would go raid the kitchen, and I would be quiet about it too. I'm not slamming cabinets or making all kind of noise when I'm digging through the fridge. Like, I'm being sneaky about it, as though I'm like a 6-year-old kid sneaking down into the kitchen to get some kind of snack, because I don't want them to know I'm eating bad. And I'm watching, like, the show My 600-Pound Life, and they got this guy on there. They're doing Gideon's story right now, and I haven't finished it, but he is like the exact same way. Like, I already relate a lot to this guy, because he does the exact same thing. He talks about how he would get up earlier and eat because he didn't want to feel the criticizing eyes of his wife and his kids, or listening to them tell him, you shouldn't be eating that, you shouldn't be eating that much. And the crazy thing is that I still do it, right? Like, I still go into the kitchen and I'll grab some of the crack, if you remember from my video I did about the food. I'll grab some crack and I'll be sitting there on the couch eating it, watching the TV. I'm just a happy little kid, and then I hear the shuffling of my wife coming down the hall, and it's just like, busted, right? I just got busted eating bad food. And a lot of times she'll joke with me and be like, ooh, you're not supposed to be eating that. And it's like, I already know this. Like, I've already criticized myself like 10 times over before you even got here that I shouldn't be eating this. I've already had a debate probably in my mind from anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes about whether or not I should go get it. Like, yeah, I really want that food. No, I shouldn't eat it. I don't need it. I'm still thinking about it. Like, I should go eat it. No, I don't want it. And then here I am like 20 minutes later. It's like, it's not going to get off your mind unless you just go eat it. Okay, let's just go eat it. And then I go get it. And the minute I go get it and I finally make the decision to eat it, then here comes my wife, or here comes my son. And I would sit in the couch and just eat right out the ice cream container. You know, just grab the container, grab a spoon, and start eating out of it. And here comes the kids, and they're looking at me, and they're like, oh, I wanted some. And it's like, well, you should have got some before Dad got it, because now I'm going to eat it. And a lot of times, in my defense, that ice cream was in the fridge for like a week or so. And at that point, to me, it's fair game, because they're not eating it. But anyway, the reason I made this video is so that you understand, one, if you are with a fat person or you see fat people, understand that they're a bigger critic to themselves than you'll ever be. And two, if you are overweight or you are a little obese or whatever, and you do that cheating, just know it's not just you that feels that way. It's not just because I realized by watching his story, I'm not the only one. Like, I don't just feel that way. And maybe it's just me and Gideon, and that's fine too. I'm just getting it off my chest, maybe just doing a little confessional. But that's how I am, and I still do that. So even though I've lost weight and everything, like, I still find myself when I go to the grocery store and I'm checking out, I would be like, oh geez, what's this little girl thinking? Like, here I am, this big old guy, and I'm buying a pack of cookies, I'm buying 2 things of ice cream, I'm buying 5 candy bars, because usually, it's for me, it's for the kids, it's for the wife, it's for later. And so I'm buying just nothing but sweets, right? You do the sweet run. I do it a lot. You go make the sweet run. I'm thinking, oh, what is she thinking? And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm slimmed down. Like, I'm not that big fat guy anymore, but you still feel it. You still feel that those conscious eyes looking at you and judging you. And I don't know if I'll ever get over it. I don't know. I still feel it. I feel it when I go to the restaurant and I order food. I'm thinking, what are they thinking this fat guy's ordering? And it's like, wait a minute, I'm not that big fat guy anymore, but I still feel that way. So do we ever get over it? I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's good that I feel that guilt, and I don't want to eat those sweets, and I don't want to eat bad just because of my fear of people judging me just based on what I eat, aside from appearances. Okay? So just remember that. I think it's a fear we all have to get over or embrace as not being a crutch, but as actually being a helpful tool for us, and embrace it. So that was my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe to the video, set up notifications by clicking on that bell, and let me know in the comment section if there's anything you want to know or hear about, and I'll make a video up for you like I did for Brett from Dad's Hideout. Appreciate that, buddy. So I'll see y'all later. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye. Hey, if you stuck around, it's time for another What's on My Set List. So today's song is an old song called Believe by K's Choice. Now this is an old band. They hit it big with their song I'm Not an Addict, but you might not even have heard it then. They weren't a really big band, but I remember I bought their album. It's called Cocoon Crash, and I really enjoyed it. So I actually dug up some old songs of theirs and threw it on my set list to work out, because they're a really good band. You should check them out. You should check this song out, and that's my song. So there's a song you listen to while you work out. Let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.